The idea that Colbert might be taken off the air, that his voice might be silenced, it certainly is creating a little bit of a chill in the air today, Dana. A country where you can't lampoon a sitting president is not a free country.
You don't say.
Wow, nothing better than one of the most potato-like, obviously bad liars in the media coming to your defense for speaking truth to power. Oh boy, you have to see these clips of Stelter and his embarrassing X post that came afterwards. But before we get into those, let's just establish that Stephen Colbert has been warped by TDS and dug his own grave at CBS by turning a once funny show that the entire country could love into a propaganda tool for the Democrat Party.
Oh, you're right.
And if you want to continue enjoying life after the AI takeover in the next few years, then head on over to preparewithdronetek.com right now and start your emergency food storage. If you do it now, you can save $200. So find the link for that in the description or pinned comment. All right, now on to the clips.
I mean, Brian, you know, CBS is saying this is a financial decision. It is certainly, the timing of this is kind of stunning.
Right, from the optics standpoint, the timing could not be worse for CBS. Colbert is such an outspoken Trump critic. He's just back from vacation, and as he showed there on Monday, on his first night back from vacation, he's also a thorn in his parent company's side. So this looks to a lot of Colbert's fans like another form of capitulation by CBS to the President of the United States.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Oh, he's an outspoken Trump critic, you say? You mean like every single other late night show host? Oh, but if Colbert doesn't have a show, then we're literally living in an authoritarian state.
A country where you can't lampoon a sitting president is not a free country. A country where you can't publish editorial cartoons or have late night monologues or have satires about the president is not a democratic country.
Yet, over the last 4 years, did we see the late night shows or Stephen Colbert mocking or attacking Joe Biden?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Of course not. And in fact, what we saw were the late night shows and Steve Colbert in particular deceiving the country and helping with the cover-up about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. Oh gee, what a coincidence. Brian Stelter also took part in that mass deception.
You know, the White House press secretary used the phrase cheap fakes, the idea of cheap fakes. Let me explain what that is to people. We've been worried for years about AI deep fakes, that computer-generated images are going to trick people into believing something that's totally false. Cheap fakes are a little bit simpler. They're cheap. They're just distorted, out of context videos, chopped up in certain ways, constructed in certain ways. That's what we're seeing. That's what the Biden administration, the Biden campaign is so worried about right now. But make no mistake, they are worried about this. This is a real problem. This is not some made-up fiction. The videos are oftentimes made up, but the problem is real.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
The idea that Colbert might be taken off the air, that his voice might be silenced, it certainly is creating a little bit of a chill in the air today, Dana.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Except our media, our late night shows, Hollywood, TV, has been mocking and making fun of Donald Trump for the last 8 years. I mean, you guys even incited multiple assassination attempts against him. Without Colbert there to mock Trump, there's literally just everybody else.
Oh, you're right.
So no, Steve Colbert losing this show has nothing to do with America becoming an authoritarian state and everything to do with him appealing to a very small slice of this country. And I'd like to ask you all, what's more authoritarian? A company canceling an unfunny comedy show on a dying platform, or hardcore ideologues capturing a comedy show for the purposes of exalting and propagandizing on behalf of the ruling party and president?
The second one.
And to that point, literally every Democrat on X tweeted out the exact same message, dubiously claiming that Steve Colbert was speaking truth to power.
Behind closed doors, Biden shows signs of slipping unless they had the receipts. But according to the Journal, when the President of the United States was running meetings, he appeared to rely on notes and always had cards. Chilling.
Okay, now onto the field of rakes that Brian Stelter hilariously stepped into on X after Noah Blum posted, quote, "This screenshot really crystallizes why I hate the media. They couldn't even get staffers to blame Trump or the merger off the record, but they still gotta push the line that observers have huge doubts to keep the narrative alive." Yes! 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 They don't get it, Noah, and they never will, because all that matters is that they keep digging to keep the lie alive. In their own minds, of course, because the rest of us see through them like toddlers who think they're invisible because their eyes are covered. But unsurprisingly, Stelter is the toddler in this case, who hilariously responded, quote, "Do you not see all the observers who are expressing huge doubts, from senators to columnists to late-night veterans, etc., etc., etc." Just to wrap this all up, Noah did respond, saying, in other words, people not involved in this and who don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, the people who are involved and do know what's going on are telling you why it happened, even with the safety of anonymity. Explain to me why you give equal weight to these two groups.
Good question, Aguado.
Because conspiracy theories are completely different when Brian Stelter does it. Noah, we are talking about a guy who used to mock and attack people who noticed Joe Biden's cognitive decline as right-wing conspiracy theorists. Dude literally just lies for the Democrat Party for a job. All right, folks, let me know what you all think in the comments, and if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis, either long form or short, so make sure to keep checking back for more. Thanks a lot.